My f24 boyfriend, m22, touched my friend inappropriately on the ride back home. How do I handle this? My boyfriend and I have been in a relationship for a little over a year. He's always been sweet, loving, and super respectful. I could make a list of all the toughful things he does for me every day. He texts and calls every day telling me how much he loves and appreciates me and always asks for consent before intimacy and checks on me during it, too. I know this is the bare minimum, but this makes what I'm about to say even weirder. I've never felt so loved and safe in a relationship before. However, last night we went out and he got wasted. I called an Uber because I wanted to go home, and my friend, f24, asked if we could give her a ride. Both of them were super drunk, so I told them to get in the back of the car, and I would sit next to the driver to give him directions. Long story short, my friend messages me this morning telling me that my boyfriend sat too close to her during the ride home and touched her leg on one occasion. She felt really uncomfortable and even cried when she got home. I confronted my BF, and he was shocked too. He got super upset and said he didn't remember the ride back home and thought he was sitting next to me. What should I do? Obviously I gave all my support to my friend because I know what it feels like to be touched without your consent, but on the other hand, I don't know if I should believe my boyfriend or not. He's been nothing but respectful with me and all my friends on other occasions, so this caught me completely off guard. I already broke up with him. I guess I just want reassurance that I made the right choice. I really thought that this was the man I would marry, so I'm completely heartbroken. Thank you for reading, and I apologize for any mistake I made while writing this, as English isn't my native language, and I don't feel like checking with Google Translate. The way you describe it sounds like incidental contact, while extremely drunk and sitting in close quarters. Seems like a place for second chance, given he has a good history around consent issues. Do you think the friend might have been open to an apology from him? They were both very drunk, yet you valued her version of the scenario and determined your boyfriend was a disgusting person. You really jumped the gun here. Does your ex-boyfriend normally place his hand on your leg when you are riding in the car? He may not have been conscious enough to realize it wasn't you beside him. Also, if he had ulterior motives, he would have made other moves. You need to apologize to him ASAP. You immediately assumed that he was guilty and proves you have no trust or respect for him. Seems really small. He dodged a bullet with you. I'm not female and I have never been molested. Is having one's leg touched when it isn't wanted cause for tears? Both are super drunk. Move on and observe future behavior. My 24M girlfriend, 22F, said that she wants other men to find her hot because it is validating. My 24 girlfriend, 22, said that she wants other men to find her hot and is validating. We have known each other for 9 months. She is very sociable by nature and wants to be a TV or a radio host in the future. She has told me that she is insecure about herself and does not feel attractive before, and that no one else has ever wanted her. She has also mentioned how it would be nice if men hit her up now and then so she can feel wanted. Yesterday we were casually talking and she brought this up again, to which I asked why would she want to feel wanted if I am already here. She explained that she wanted men to hit on her so she can reject them, and that it is weirdly validating to feel wanted, especially by white men. This just reminds me of the time before we were in a committed relationship where she said that she doesn't want to be in a relationship because she is going on exchange and she might meet someone there instead. She has not done anything for me to mistrust her from then onwards, as I have been her first kiss and everything else beyond that. I would say we have a good relationship. However, she wants to go to the club soon with her friends soon, but she isn't going to drink and I am afraid that she might cheat on me. I have been cheated on before this relationship and I am also very insecure. How can I move past this? Am I thinking too much? How can I trust her, and is it her fault? Update. I've talked to her about it and she said she was sorry and how she sees that what she said is hurtful. She also acknowledged how it's bad that she needs external validation to feel pretty and that she wants me to be patient with her so she can fix this. She said that it might be because she felt ugly when she was growing up. I think she's not in a place to be in a relationship. She sounds like a girl with very low self-esteem and internalized racism. You can't help her and need to leave. If it's going to bother you, then leave while you can. You shouldn't have to feel insecure in a relationship. She is not ready for a relationship. There is nothing about what she is planning on doing that will either strengthen your relationship or give her lasting self-esteem. Save yourself the stress and the drama. Get yourself a girl you can tell, Have a fun time at the club, and not be scared she is going to cheat on you. Low self-esteem. Proceed with caution. She explained that she wanted men to hit on her so she can reject them and that it is weirdly validating to feel wanted, especially by white men. I couldn't date someone capable of thinking like this. Girlfriend, 23 female. Acting like it's one rule for her and another for me, 26 male. My girlfriend and I decided it would be nice to have a monthly movie night where we each pick 1 or 2 movies, order food, have some drinks, get some snacks and etc. The plan was for us to alternate who is choosing the food, drinks etc., and it's something we were both excited about. We're supposed to be doing it this weekend. Yesterday my girlfriend mentions that she's fine with whatever I pick as long as it isn't a horror movie. I said fair enough and I'll make sure not to choose one, and I said I'm happy with any movie apart from romance. She disagreed with this and said there's nothing wrong with romance movies, but I just said I don't like them just as she doesn't like horror movies. I said if she gets to completely veto one type of move then I should be allowed the same. She said it's different because horror movies scare her, but I just said that romance movies bore me and that she can pick anything else. She just repeated that it was different and that I'm being unfair by not letting her pick romance films. I just said she's acting like it's one rule for her and another for me, but she just said I was wrong. How would you handle this? Too long did not read. My girlfriend and I are planning regular movie nights and she asked if I could not pick horror movies. I agreed and asked her if she could not pick romance movies. She got annoyed and said she should be allowed to pick them since it's different to her not wanting to watch horror movies since they scare her. I pointed out she's acting like it's one rule for her and another for me, but she said I was wrong. How would you handle this? My wife and I do this too. She doesn't like horror and so I don't choose them. I don't like romance movies with cheating or movies with kids dying of cancer, like those specific teen ones, so she doesn't pick those. It's literally common courtesy to oblige your significant other on that. It's not like you're telling her she can't ever watch them. Have a conversation with her about that being unfair. Double standards are toxic and tell you a lot about person. Explain to your girlfriend that you will not stand for it now or in the future. If she continues to expect more from you than she is willing to give herself, then leave her. I mean, what do we consider a romance movie? There are plenty of movies that have a romantic element to them. I mean, personally I can't stand Hallmark-type movies, but I've enjoyed Crazy, Stupid, Love, Crazy Rich Asians. I think it kind of needs to be a case by case depending on the movie. Horror is pretty cut and dried, and if it gives someone nightmares, that's different than being bored. She is right, dude. Is not like she didn't like horror movies, she probably will have nightmares and look over her shoulders on the dark for a whole week if she watch the movie. You can get bored, but will forget about the movie the second it ends. Try to compromise with the movie if she gives you a massage, don't need to fight over this. Stand your ground and find a movie you both can agree to.